I got interested in zombies after my first book was published, and I remembered that there was a novel written in 1932 called Black No More that I couldn't include in my book. And that novel talked about zombification, talked about it as a strategy of race relations. There was also a film, White Zombie, made at a remarkably same time, that talked about colonialism as a context for the zombie slave. And that sparked my interest in thinking about zombie relations, zombie apocalypse, and zombie media, and how to sort of embrace that. So this is a small part of a much larger project, a new book. So today I'm going to talk about zombie media and preparing for the apocalypse. My interest came out of the Zombie Survival Guide, a parody written by Max Brooks that I've looked at extensively and read about, and have had some chats online with Brooks about what he was thinking when he was writing. And so I got to thinking about the survivalism aspect of that discourse. And even though he was being parodic and satirical, there's a very serious undercurrent going on with preparedness that is linked to the zombie apocalypse as a genre. Even when you know that zombies are not real, you are still responding to the affective apparatus of a social breakdown and the anxieties that are associated with it. The zombie may indeed may be real, but the program cannot represent its realness. The real of the zombie, I argue, is unsayable. It's unthinkable. It's unnameable. This is so because the zombie, in my characterization, is abjection. Yet its resonance, its feeling, is palpable. That's why we enjoy the shows about zombies. By the way, just the same thing about understanding how monster genres work in general, right? You know that it's not true, but that doesn't stop you from jumping out of your seat. It doesn't stop you from enjoying the scare. I'm arguing that the zombie apocalypse is working on a similar register, but with a difference that makes a difference. The program claims that the zombie apocalypse, is a nightmare staggering out of fiction and into a frightening new reality. The genre repeats this staggering as a disturbing spectacle that erases all meaningful distinctions between fact and fiction, and in this context, while it stages an intensification of the experience of that erasure. The zombie apocalypse presumes that zombie outbreaks have happened before and will happen again. But let's pose a what if of our own. What if repeated and perhaps addictive exposure to the patterns of bodily excitement and incitement installed by participation in this genre gives rise to people and subjectivities that imagine objects in their social worlds toward which they should respond as if they are zombies? What if intense exposure to the genre as a potential real life crisis results in modes of perception and interpretation that eerily resemble the kind of brain damage Slosman says zombies must suffer from in order to be zombies? Yes, zombies are real. They're just not what you think they are. Imagine we think about the zombie apocalypse as being a context for things like the shooting by Michael Dunn of the teenager Jordan Davis, where hip-hop music is a threatening sound that initiates the immediate, violent, deadly response. What are we inaugurating if that becomes a norm in the zombie apocalyptic relations that we are establishing? where that impulse control is disabled, where the mirror neuron that allows us to experience each other as human beings is undermined through the repetitive consumption and pleasurable exposure to the bodily excitement of the zombie apocalypse. I certainly hope we are not there yet. My own zombie apocalyptic fear is that that's where we are going. Thank you.